प्रतिदिन तपाईं ट्रेनिङ चाहिँ कति दिन गर्नुहुन्छ? बाह्र दिन ट्रेनिङ गर्नु दुईटा म्याच खेल्नुहुन्छ अनि के चेन्ज पाउनुभयो तपाईँ यहाँ के फरक पाउनु?
फेसिलिटीहरू नेपालमा फेसिलिटीहरू छैन युरोप ऱ्याङ्क भनेर त्यसै हो त्यहाँ फेसिलिटी र त्यहाँ प्लेयरहरूको इन्डिभिजुअल र आफू आफूमा चाहिँ कन्फिडेन्स र त्यहीमा पनि चाहिँ धेरै फरक
तपाईँ चाहिँ एकाडेमी बस्नु?
हजुर म एकाडेमी भन्दै त्यहाँ होटेलमा ट्रायल चाहिँ मेरो भिसा चाहिँ त्यही 12 डिसेम्बरसम्म थियो त्यही भएर चाहिँ म त्यो चाहिँ फिक्स
Because could you please tell us about the whole training and the trial period?
Okay, we went to the top club FC Twente. They invite Bimal and Amanto. First of all, the organization from FC Twente was very good. Bimal and Amanto were staying in a host family, a very big house. FC Twente brought them to the training and to the games, and they facilitate everything. Bimal was training with the under 17 and Amanto with the under 19. And they trained sometimes 2 times a day, sometimes 1 time a day, and they played 2 games. I saw every training session and I saw both games. So I have a very good impression now of the performance of both players. And at the end of the day, I am very happy and very proud of these 2 players. And I think the people in Bangladesh and in Nepal can be very proud as well. Because for me, I saw Bimal playing in the national team in under 16, and I know Amanto from the under 19 in Bangladesh. So, and for me it was very important, can they handle the level, yes or no? I can see them here, but what are they doing when they're training with better players on other facilities, in other culture? And they did it very well, and they can handle the level. And at the end of the day, we played Tuesday a game, and Bimal scored 4 goals and an assist, was very good. Amanto was playing his game also very good. In the beginning of the trial, they had some difficulties. You have to use to the weather, to the coaches, to the training style. But every day I saw them, they become better. And the last game, I was very proud. Because I think on the pitch, Bimal and Amanto were the 2 best players on the pitch in the game. So, after the game, I had a talk with the coach from the under 17, and he told me when Bimal and when Amanto had a Dutch passport, they took them right away. So that is very positive. The next step now is the coach is talking with the directors of FC Twente. And he's telling them about how they did in the training, how they did in the games, how was the behavior in the families, of course, because it's not only about in the pitch, but it's also outside the pitch. How is the behavior of the player? And in a couple of days, they're gonna let me know what they're gonna do. What is the next step? The problem is players of outside the European Union. They cannot live in Holland. So they have experience with that kind of players, with some African players. What they're gonna do then is they let the players come on a visa for 3 months. then they send them back, then they let them come, then they send them back till they're 18, then they give them a contract, and then they can play in Holland in the academy or in the first team. Another thing is when you play, when you get a contract in Holland, if you're outside of the European Union, you have to get a salary. I don't know exactly what it is, but that is, I think, between 200 and 300,000 euros a year. So if they give Bimal a contract, it's for a very big money. So Bimal and Hamanto have to be very, very, very good, because otherwise they will take a Dutch player or a European player. So they only take players outside of the European Union if they have very better qualities than the players in Holland and in Europe. But I think both players represent that very well, and I think both players, in my opinion, they have a big chance to come back for another trial. And if it's not with Twente, then it's with other clubs, because we're going to help this kind of players. Me, Richie, of course. I talk a lot with Richie and with Jack. Also very good coaches over here who do a very good job. And because you can see when you go to Holland, the training sessions are different. But I think Amanto and Bimal are already used to the training sessions because you guys are also foreign coaches. So yeah, that is very important. But I think the next step is also, if it's not FC Twente, then they go to another club. I'm not afraid for that one. But Bimal now is 15 years old, and I think you have to make a step, because when you're 15, you have to learn. You have to go to an academy with good coaches, with good facilities, with good players around you who can help you. Because you could see, tactically, they had big problems, especially tactically. Physically they were okay, mentally they were okay, tactically they were okay. But the thing is, how do we have to move? How do you have to run? How do you have to give pressure? And I know now I'm a coach in Bangladesh for 1 year, and they don't give a lot of attention on the tactical aspect of football. And so I think for this kind of players, talented players, it's very important now to make a step to a youth academy in Europe. And maybe if it's not possible in Holland because they are outside the European Union, you go to Belgium or Germany, and maybe they have other rules, but we will find it out. And there are managers now who will help them, who will find it out for them, what is the best step to make for Bimal, for Amanto, and maybe some other good players in this part of the world. But one thing is for sure, you guys have a lot of very talented players in this area. In Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in Nepal. Only now you have to make a step and you have to do something with it. Yeah? Because if you not do anything with this kind of players in the coming years, they will not become much better. That's my opinion.